If anybody out there can hear me, press a 1 in the chat. I was having some technical difficulties. I don't know what happened. What's going on, Asher? What's going on, Tony? Yeah, I know I'm kind of. You said I'm echoing? Let me see something. How about now? Okay, cool. I had both mics turned on. That's why I was echoing. Yeah, I know I'm a bit late. It's because I was going through some technical issues with this damn Streamlabs. I swear, Streamlabs sometimes can be the death of me. That's why I don't be going live on this thing that much. He said I started to sound like Black Lightning. But yes, we are now officially live. This is the first live stream I have done in over a month since I had to go in on that dumpster fire known as Harriet and all the people involved with it. But I wanted to come on here and discuss this particular topic. I was going to do it as a pre-recorded video, but I said there was a lot to cover. So I said I'll do it as a live stream. And then it'll give people opportunity to actually see me do a live stream, those who may have not seen me do one or haven't seen me do one in a while. I'm just waiting for more people to come in. I know it was some people that were here before. I hope they come back. What's going on, Isaiah? I'm good, Tony. I'm good over here. I know where you gonna be at later on though. That's why I'm doing my live right now because I know they're gonna be kicking up their live over on Jody's channel later on this evening, and I'll be over there and see what they're gonna be talking about. But I'm just waiting for some more people to come in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm mad that I lost damn near 20 minutes trying to get this thing together. What's going on, Joe? Oh, we gonna get into that, Ashton. This wasn't YouTube though. This was Streamlabs. What I should have did was when I could see it, something came like when I was doing the whole little revamping thing or whatnot. What I should have did, I logged out and I had to log back in and then go out of Streamlabs and come back in. I had to do all of that. If I had known that, we would have been got started. But I'll know for future reference. But see, that's what happens when you don't live stream that much. But if y'all don't mind, could you share this stream with as many people as possible on as many platforms as possible? I would greatly appreciate it. Because we are definitely going to be discussing some interesting things here today, this evening. Appreciate you, Tony. Like, you're not the only one. I know somebody who told me they had to backlog my videos because I upload so many videos. Just so they can catch up with all the stuff that I put out there. 4 videos a day. You should have been around when I first got started with my channel. I was pumping out way more than 4 videos a day. But now because I get such an influx of topics to discuss from all avenues, whether it's my email or my DM on Twitter or anything like that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had heard something, but yeah. Um, if you had known me back when I first got started, I had to do a lot of videos at one time. I was probably uploading like 10 videos a day, almost every hour on the hour. But now that my channel has grown and I've gotten so many subscribers and emails and like DMs, whether on Twitter or on Instagram, even on Facebook. People are tagging me in stories, or tagging me on my timeline on Twitter, or tagging me in other people's posts on Instagram to make me aware of certain things. And a lot of times I get so many stories that a lot of times I get repeat stories. Y'all should see what my inbox be looking like. We hope so, Tony, but by the time I get through this entire topic that I'm going to discuss, we will see what the future of YouTube is, not just for myself, but other content creators who are not, I guess you can say, mainstream celebrities. What's going on, my Kim and D Cathcart? She's been watching your videos all day. I appreciate you. There's more content to come, as you already know. I'm gonna probably get started in like another minute because like I said, I already lost about 15 trying to get this thing straightened out, but we getting there. I wish I should have lowered my chat box a little bit. Let me see if I lower it down some. Okay. Expand it out so people can read this. All right. Yeah, Nina, I thought I was gonna have to start the other one up, but we back on the original one. Hopefully, people come back over. It shouldn't. I actually deleted it, so nobody should be over there now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. But I'm gonna start off with my little openings. Whatever. And this is nothing to do with the topic that I'm about to be talking about. So, as many of you know, what's going on, Lucky Lloyd and Art New Style. As many of you know, I have a Blue Yeti microphone, which is like one of the best microphones you can have when it comes to doing podcasting or YouTube videos like I do. And I actually got it about 2 years ago when I had another microphone that ended up getting damaged because I knocked it off my table by mistake and it fell on the head. And it ended up messing with the audio, so I said I need to get a new microphone because I don't want this one to be sounding all janky and whatnot. So through the donations that I received from my subscribers, I was able to get this mic. But I'm going to enhance that a little bit. So what I did was I went on to Amazon today and I got a boom arm. And in case y'all don't know what a boom arm is, think of a radio station where they're sitting in front of a microphone, but it's on a rod of some sort. And I actually got one today that actually came as a combo set that has a pop filter, which actually helps out with the quality of sound from your voice going into the microphone. And it only cost $20. Got it on Amazon. And the way I got it is because my job gave all the employees $50 Amazon gift cards, and I'm a faithful Prime member. So one day delivery, or next day delivery, I should say. So it'll be here tomorrow, and I can't wait to set it up. And the best part about it is, if I want to say record a video and want to like not leave from where I'm at, I can just extend that on with the mic attached. I don't have to worry about sitting up and recording and everything like that. So it actually I guess you can say it kind of makes me a little bit lazy, but not completely lackadaisical, where I'm not like in movement. So I'm definitely glad to receive that. It was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember exactly what it is. You said your work offers the holiday party every year that nobody goes to. Well, that shows the morale down at your job is not high, probably, or people probably don't like each other down there, or somebody in upper management don't like somebody there. I don't know. That's what it could be. But this wasn't a holiday party or whatever. This was something that they do every year. But they do have one, and that's next week, I believe. What's going on, Angus and NC Worker? All right. Well, I've taken care of all the, I guess you can say all the early show announcements. Hopefully more people roll in. But I'm going to talk about that, too, as far as notifications go and why I believe that's been tainted. What's going on, prices? See, everybody's so excited that I'm going live because I don't go live like that. But I do plan to go live more often. I know I keep saying that, but I think the next time I'm going to go live after this is probably going to be toward the end of the year, where I just talk about stuff that happened this year. You know, just like I guess you can say a 2019 recap. Oh, now I know what I wanted to say before I get into the topic. So y'all know that everybody loves the Petty Pendergrass productions. Everyone loves that. I'm gonna talk about that too, Nina, as I get into the topic. Do you know that I was actually going to take that a step further for the month of December, at least from the days of the 1st through the 25th? But I wish that I would have hopped on it sooner. What I was going to do was I was going to swap out the Petty Debbie part at the end, you know, the actress on the Addams Family Values at the end, and swap it with the guy from Home Alone, the one that Macaulay Culkin's character be watching in the movie, and the guy that says "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal" and "Happy New Year." I was gonna do that, but it didn't dawn on me until halfway through the month. I said there's no point in me doing it now. So if by chance we are here next year, I will try to keep that in mind for those particular videos for the month of December, at least from the 1st through the 25th. No one, and the thing is, no one would have saw it coming. I mean, I can talk about it now because it's not happening now, and I won't have to mention it again. By the time next year rolls around, if we're still here next year, people are gonna probably forget about it unless they got that memory of an elephant, where they remember a lot of things from a long time ago. But with that being said, let's just go ahead and get into the topic. I know it's only 46 people in here right now, but that's going to be a testament to something I'm going to touch on when it comes to this topic. And you know, people come in, they'll just come in. The people who miss it, the pre-recording, I mean the post-recording will be posted, of course, after I go off of this stream. So one of the first things I want to talk about, and it's going to segue into this, is for those of you who don't know, and shout out to Nicole's View, because she posted up an article in which I'm going to read from, where YouTube has this new policy. It seems like they're always coming out with a new policy almost every month now. It's like they come out with policy after policy after policy. It gets absolutely ridiculous after a while. But they came out with this new policy, and it says YouTube will no longer allow videos to spew insults based on race, gender, or sexual orientation. At first, it was very vague. They never went into complete and utter detail about what it was. But notice that now that it's getting more narrow and they're starting to break down what they're going after, you can see who they're going after now, like who they want to specifically target. What's going on, Tony? But now you see what they're going after. Now I want you to pay attention to something. It said based on race. What did 45 just sign into an executive order this week after that shooting in New Jersey at that deli? He just signed into an executive order to make Judaism a nationality. What's going on, Shahid? He just made or signed into an executive order for Judaism to be to be acknowledged as a nationality, giving them even more protection. So that means now you have to be even more censored when it comes to saying things about them on here. Then it says race. But let's be honest here. A lot of the times that they talk about when it comes to black people on here, they can spout that N-word all over the place and say that they want this, that, and the third done to us, and then nothing's going to happen. And then sexual orientation. Why do you think I say Alphabet Academy instead of LGBT? Exactly, D. Cathcart. You're taking something that is known as a religion and turning it into a nationality. That's why everybody wants that Susan chick who's at the head of YouTube gone. Like, this woman has so many complaints about the position that she was in before she came over to YouTube. I'm like, y'all didn't take that into consideration before you hired her? Gone are the days of old YouTube that got started back in 2005. Gone are those days. Those are gone. When Google bought YouTube, that was the beginning of the end.
Check out this info.
I forgot. I have an Android, so they are contracted with Google. So if I say something to trigger it, it'll go off. So hopefully, if y'all hear that, like you probably just heard, that's just the voice activated thing. If you say Google too close to the phone. But yeah, the way YouTube is functioning right now, they are probably going to head the way of MySpace, the dinosaurs of all social medias. And would you believe MySpace has a Twitter account? I just was bored one day and went on to Twitter and typed in at MySpace, and MySpace has a verified Twitter account, a blue check. And I know they be suppressing a lot of things too, because my channel before my birthday, which was back in May, my channel was booming. I was on the fast track to 30K. Would you believe? Okay, back in in April, at the end of April, I was at 26 plus thousand subscribers, knocking on 27. Would you believe that I'm still less than 28,000? I just crossed 27,800 like a couple days ago. I go and check my channel every now and then. It'll say I gained subscribers, but they don't match. It's a subscriber that I have by the name of Mark Burke. And YouTube will send you out a notification in an email that says so and so has subscribed to your channel. Do you know that his name in the last month popped up 4 times saying they subscribed to my channel? Why is that? Because YouTube has been unsubscribing him multiple times from my channel, and he's had to always resubscribe. And he's not the only one, but his name popped up the most, because I've been seeing some repeat offenders happen. And Nina, I just saw your comment. That's why I said I was going to touch on that. You just said that it did the same thing to you. And something I've also noticed today, most of my videos usually can get and crack over 1,000 views in less than 2 hours. I've uploaded 3 videos today, and every last one of them have less than 1,000 views. All 3 of them. Just like now, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube did not send out all the notifications for me doing this live stream. I have 69 viewers with over 27,000 subscribers. Now, when I did that live stream about that Harriet debacle over a month ago, I almost crossed 500 live viewers. So what changed between then and now? Oh, that's right. The 10th of December just passed. I just did a video talking about that. That was another thing that they kicked in. What's going on, Quincy? That's why I always tell. That's why I get this. This is why I gave you all a set time. That's why I say if the notifications don't work, just keep these times in mind: 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m. all Eastern Standard Time. Write it down. Set a notification in your phone that goes off and say, "Oh, Torian just uploaded a new video." If you're not getting the notifications, because I don't know how many times I have to go and tell people, make sure your notifications is on. Make sure your notifications is on. Have the bell click. Make sure it says all. And people will do that and still not get them. He said, "What's the name of the Petty Pendergrass song?" I forgot. Well, I forgot the name of it. It's in my playlist. I made sure I saved it in the playlist. I forgot the name of the song. It's one of those classical songs. What's going on, Chris? But let me keep on going, because I haven't even gotten past the title yet, and I still have so much to discuss. It says, YouTube announced it will no longer allow content that insults someone based on race, gender, or sexual orientation as a part of its revamped crackdown on harassment. But let me pause right quick. I think Lisa Cabrera had talked about this on her channel. And someone had left a comment and they said, "I hope this doesn't affect Torian's Petty Pendergrass Productions." Because, you know, in that one, I'm just cracking on people. Like, that's just my little time to be petty for a little bit. And that kind of just dawned on me, like, wow, like, you know, I haven't had an issue yet, but the way things are going, you never know. But that ain't going to stop me from doing it. See, Kimberly, you said you just checked your videos and didn't know I was live because they not sending out the notifications. They'll tell you to turn that bell on, but that bell don't work. That bell is broke. It goes on to say we will no longer allow content that maliciously insults someone based on protected attributes such as their race, gender expression, or sexual orientation. Now look at that. Gender expression. Does anybody think they can tell me in the chat what do they mean when they say gender expression? Oh, decaf car, I still say palm color because that's a mask. They can't prove what I'm talking about when I say palm colored. But can anybody say or know what I'm talking about or what they're talking about when they say gender expression? Nina B said alphabet soup. Ashton, actually, you got it right. You said gender fluid. Somebody who says that, oh, they don't identify as a he or a she or a him or whatever. They just decide gender fluid, basically. I guess you can throw that into the Alphabet Academy as well. They said this applies to everyone from private individuals to YouTube creators to public officials. The crackdown comes after YouTube has courted controversy for its handling of harassment allegations on its platform in the past. In a June saga that played out on Twitter, Carlos Maza, a journalist who identifies as gay and Latino, blasted YouTube for allowing harassing videos from a right-wing commentator, Steven Crowder, to rack up millions of views. We all remember when that happened. Maza placed the blame directly on YouTube, calling for the platform to be held accountable for the bullying in a tweet, and they put bullying in quotations. I've been called an anchor baby, a lispy queer, a Mexican, etc. These videos get millions of views on YouTube every time one gets posted. I'll wake up to a wall of homophobic / racist abuse on Instagram and Twitter. That makes me want to see what kind of content this person puts out there. Because sometimes a lot of the people that's complaining about the stuff that happens sometimes be having it coming for them. That's why I be like, I don't want to reach out and extend that olive branch out to everybody. I want to know what tip were you on that probably could have led to that. Now, if it was just malicious and they came after you for no reason, that's one thing. But sometimes people be putting bad energy out there, and then when it comes back on them, then they want to cry wolf. Sharon, join the club. A lot of people don't get notifications from me anymore, but not just me, but a lot of other places. But I'm gonna go into that when I get to the celebrity part of it. He continued, that being said, I'm not mad at Crowder. There will always be monsters in the world. I'm effing pissed at YouTube, which claims to support its LGBT creators and has explicit policies against harassment and bullying. YouTube responded in a series of tweets initially saying that Crowder's videos did not violate its term of service. It then reversed course and said it would suspend monetization on Crowder's videos, meaning Crowder wouldn't receive a revenue. Now notice what's going on here. Now this Steven Crowder, this person, I guess, has a fairly big platform. YouTube will cater to those with a big platform, especially if you're palm colored. So they didn't remove him from the platform. They just took away his monetization. As if this guy probably doesn't have outside sponsors that's separate from YouTube itself. He's probably not even hurting behind this. In an update to YouTube's policies announced Wednesday, the company said it will remove content from channels and terminate a channel altogether for repeated offenses. Channels that repeatedly brush up against our harassment policy will be suspended from the YouTube Partner Program, eliminating their ability to make money on YouTube. Now, let me tell you something right now. That right there is what they want the most to happen. YouTube has been paying out millions of dollars to content creators ever since they implemented the YouTube Partner Program. I'm gonna take it further back for y'all, just in case y'all weren't on YouTube back then. I remember when the YouTube Partner Program first got started, and they were mailing people their checks before they did direct deposit like they do now. They used to mail you a solid paper check from Google, from their headquarters. Once you cross that $100 threshold, they would mail it to you. What's going on, Wolf? Exactly. They can get your advertising. That's why a lot of people don't like to hit that super chat, because they getting 30% from that. And then if they take away your channel, whatever money you was supposed to get that month, you're not going to get it. They're going to send it right back to themselves. But the point is, people are making millions of dollars on this. A lot of people have become famous off of YouTube, and they've gotten sponsors. And YouTube doesn't want that anymore. But I'm going to put that on pause, but I'm going to get to that point when I talk about the celebrity part of this whole thing, because they play a part in it as well. With the updated policies, YouTube confirmed to the Associated Press that Crowder's videos about Mazza are now a violation of policies and will not be demonetized, but will be removed. Yes, Nina B, it does mean past content. Take it from some. When I lost my original channel, the video that got that channel removed was from a video that I had did way earlier in that year, and my channel had got removed in October. So I got my channel removed, taken down on the third strike, which was from a video that I did back in January of 2017. So they can reach all the way back and pull something on you. It says Mazza tweeted Wednesday that his reaction to YouTube's policy announcement is extreme skepticism. These policies only work if YouTube is willing to take down its most popular rule breakers, he wrote. And there's no reason so far to believe that it is. Well, I can't even argue with that, because they do handle their major content creators with kid gloves, such as PewDiePie and the Paul brothers, and they've done so much crap in the last couple of years. I've even came up with a theory, and some of you may agree. I came up with a theory that whole adpocalypse thing that happened a couple years ago that affected a lot of YouTubers, including myself, heavily, that PewDiePie did, that ended up losing him that deal with Disney. I would not be surprised if the people over at YouTube went to him and said, we want you to do this. I would not be surprised if it was orchestrated that way, so they could take the revenue slowly from the people, because they were giving out too much money. Because before then, there was no issues. That's when all of the YouTube crap began, and people tried to blur that out of their minds when that happened. It's like it was only 2 years ago. It wasn't that old, and it happened with your biggest YouTuber. Then you had that incident with the Paul brothers, and that stuff they did in that forest in what was it, Japan? The one they call Suicide Forest. Then you had the chick who went up there and basically opened fire at the YouTube headquarters. Y'all remember that? That happened last year. And a whole bunch of other stuff. But notice none of the people that did that identified as black. But we're the ones that they like to keep their eye on. We are the ones they like to keep laser focused, like, in a narrow view of things. But I believe that there's also another factor that's playing into this. And this is actually going to be the meat of the video. And I have to give a shout out to Lovely T, because she actually did a video recently. And what I'll do is when the stream is over and it's posted, I'm gonna go to her channel, I'm gonna find the link, and I'm gonna post it into the comment section, and y'all can see it for yourself. She did a video recently, I think it was sometime this week, where she was talking about celebrities coming over and taking over YouTube. If I was her, I would have made a little tweak to that title, and I said, no celebrities are here. They are here. And she has a strong point. To that Sherelle Bovane person that's spamming the chat, just know that it's only showing up on my screen and not in my chat. And that's because you're spamming. And I think it picked it up. So you can stop leaving that spam on my page. Thank you. But if she happens to pop up in the chat, just make sure y'all go ahead and block her. But she did a video on her channel talking about how celebrities were coming over to YouTube, and she actually talked about it a couple months ago, and she brought it back up again. And she made a lot of solid points. What's happening is Hollywood, or Hollyweird as we've come to know to call them, and which is why I have this picture up here, is invading a space that was created by regular people. Sherelle, you're lucky, because I was like, who is that? Like, I could see it on my screen, but I couldn't see it in the chat. I think it picked up that it was being spammed, so I don't know what was going on. But you good. But they're coming over and they're invading a space that was created for and by regular people. What's going on, Faith? Regular people like myself and you, or whoever else creates content. It wasn't made for Hollywood or Hollyweird. And I think the tide that was when I started to see the change was when YouTube implemented that money could be made, like Auntie just said. When YouTube and Google partnered up and created the YouTube Partner Program, where people could make money, and they saw how regular people were getting, thousands of dollars a month, or becoming millionaires and getting sponsorships, something that at one point was just regulated to athletes and actors and actresses and entertainers. Now they want to get in on this as well. So they are now you see why I titled this video Celebrities and the Gentrification of YouTube. The celebrities who are doing this have become the gentrifiers of this platform. This is why you probably do not get my notifications, because they take my notifications away and they give them to them as if they need it. Now, what I noticed, the first person that I noticed who got onto YouTube in a big way and came in a huge way was Will Smith. As we all know, Will Smith has been in entertainment since the late 80s. Still has a thriving career. He actually just created his Instagram account, what was it, last year? But then he didn't stop there. He created a YouTube channel. In less than a year, Will Smith became one of the fastest growing people on YouTube subscriber-wise. That man went from 0 to 7 point something million subscribers in less than a year. Yes, McKim, he has a YouTube channel. I don't think any other celebrity has grown on YouTube that fast. Notice I said celebrity, not a regular person, because that would never happen. But he's at 7 point something million subscribers in less than a year. A lot of people left cable television to come on to YouTube to get away from that because they didn't like the content that was being put out there. But I think when Will Smith created his YouTube channel, that opened the door to many other celebrities to create their channels. I think Rihanna has a YouTube channel. Someone said the Kardashians, they have a YouTube channel. It's a lot of people. Zac Efron has a YouTube channel, from High School Musical. He has a YouTube channel. A lot of people have YouTube channels that are celebrities. Yet J-Lo has one. These are people who are established individuals who you would think would be the last people who need a YouTube channel. Maybe watch the channels, but to actually have one, it's crazy. And their invasion of on being on YouTube shuts the other content creators like myself out. Cause no one's see, the thing is, we came on to YouTube to get away from mainstream stuff. Cause a lot of the stuff they say in mainstream you can't say on here. You can say on let me rephrase that. A lot of the stuff that you can't say on mainstream media, we say on here. That's another one too, R&B music lover. Not only do a lot of them have YouTube channels now, but a lot of them have podcasts now. Nicki Minaj has a podcast. T.I. has a podcast. Joe Budden has a podcast. Hollywood has invaded YouTube, and YouTube loves it because it brings revenue to their platform. But where were all these celebrities years ago when YouTube wasn't paying anybody a dime? And here's the kicker. Here's the interesting part that many of y'all probably didn't catch. A lot of the celebrity YouTubers, if you want to call them that, the ones who come on who are celebrities, they're not doing anything different than what regular people have been doing on this platform. You have people that do hair tutorials, people who are doing makeup, people who are doing those mukbangs, you know, the one people when people eat and you know they talk, they're doing that. They're doing stuff that people who have been on this platform for years, growing their platform from the mud, and that's what they're doing. I would respect it more like, say, if you are an actor, that if you was to create a YouTube channel, show us some stuff that we can't see anywhere else coming from your perspective. Give out acting tips or talk about your career or some behind the scenes footage that you can't see anywhere else. We would appreciate that. Don't come on here talking about how to roll your hair or how to cook a dish. There are plenty of other channels we can go to that do that and probably do it better. My Kimmy said it baffles me why people get excited from freaking makeup tutorials. It's not so much people getting excited from makeup tutorials, or so I'll put it this way. It's the fact that people who maybe have done makeup tutorials and everything like that, if they're good at it, it probably opened up doors for them to maybe become a major makeup stylist for somebody who's famous. And when just imagine if they were trying to get started out doing that and you have a celebrity come on here and do what they're doing, they're going to be completely ignored. They're going to be completely shut out. Luckily for me, you won't find any celebrity coming on here talking about the stuff that I talk about. They wouldn't dare. They know that their bag would dry up if they even said the stuff I talked about on here. And something else Lovely T had talked about in her, it wasn't, I don't know if it was this video or another video, but she was talking about how some of the ladies over at that talk show, The Real, more like The Fake, was complaining about how bloggers were talking about them in all kinds of derogatory ways. First off, two things. One, y'all are on a show called The Real, where all y'all do is gossip. Now you're upset. And two, I heard that 3 of the 4 women on that panel have YouTube channels. So now you sound like a hypocrite. Right, R&B, all of them except Lonnie Love have a YouTube channel, and I won't be surprised if she gets one herself. So y'all mad that people are saying stuff about you, which is probably facts, but you go right ahead and create a platform on the same platform that you want people to get removed from, to make room for you. Make it make sense. That's the thing, D. Cathcart. They're already gossiping on a major platform that can reach more people. But see, the thing is, they're greedy. They feel like they're not reaching enough people, so they want to come on to here and do the same thing and basically double dip. But it's a lot of people who are on YouTube who are celebrities. And another thing, I'm gonna see if y'all know this in the chat. What is it that YouTube created after another social media? They basically copied it. It's something that YouTube created that they copied from another social media platform that also pushed a lot of smaller content creators down. I'm gonna see if y'all know what that is. If y'all can't guess it, I'll tell you. It's something that YouTube created that they pretty much bit off of another platform. No, it's not Twitch. It's not MySpace. It's not the name of the platform. It's something that's within the platform itself. Not YouTube Stories. Not Instagram. I'll understand if y'all don't get it, but y'all gonna be like, oh, I see what you mean. Not the community tab. You're actually close with, but not that. But not that. Ashen, you got the platform right, but what within the platform did they copy? It's something on Twitter that they copied. Not live streaming, no. Thank you, R&B music lover. YouTube copied the trending page from Twitter. And the trending page is nothing more than a popularity contest. YouTube did not always have a trending page until they started to gain eyes from Hollyweird. And that was something that was unique about Twitter when they first started that trending page. And on that trending page, it's nothing but a bunch of celebrities on there anyway. Like, imagine me. I would never, ever make it onto that trending page. I probably wouldn't even be number 100 if it goes that high. Oh, that's another thing. Not only are celebrities on YouTube, but it's been invaded by another entity. YouTube has been infiltrated by lamestream media, which means CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, HLN, and Fox News all have YouTube channels. All of them have YouTube channels. It's not enough that they're on TV. They got to come to the internet as well. Good point with Beta Close. He said they have 24-hour streaming as well. Whereas a person like myself, my streaming will cut off at like 8 hours. So they want to carry their rhetoric over here. Oh, they be like, oh, you didn't catch it on a TV? Oh, we'll just put it on to YouTube. And have y'all also noticed that they also have that recommended page, and they always recommend you the channels that you don't watch? Like, I could have sworn that the recommended page was supposed to go to you're supposed to put channels on there that people would watch that kind of line in with their algorithm. Like, why would you send me or recommend me to watch, I don't know, a dog catching a frisbee in its mouth? Like, that doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. But I see the direction that YouTube is going in, and I should have known when they implemented that YouTube Red. That YouTube Red, I think was when I really noticed it, which is basically YouTube streaming service. And there's so many streaming services. I remember one time I was at the gym and they show so many commercials for streaming services. Like, you have BET Plus, Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube Red, Apple TV Plus, Amazon, whatever theirs is called. You have Hulu. It's so many streaming services now. Yes, people pay for YouTube Red, Ben Malaje, believe it or not. He said, after my videos finished playing the hot right to roll him. Oh God. That's scary. That's scary. And because they didn't need BET Plus to play Baby Boy constantly over and over again, they could have did that on regular BET. I mean, when I was in college, they played that movie over and over and over again, and that was back in '07. I'm like, the movie came out in '01, and y'all playing like it just came out this year. But yeah, Hollywood or Hollyweird has taken over YouTube. So when y'all don't get the notifications from me, or the view counts is lower than usual, this aids in that. You're right, Tracy. People barely watch TV. It's actually more people who watch YouTube than TV nowadays. A lot of people come to YouTube for stuff now. That's why Hollywood has invaded it, because they still need to be seen somehow. Hey, Hattie. Right, Vulcan. You said their end game is to force people to pay for YouTube. That's always been something talks that's been happening in the background for years now. I barely watch my TV either. A lot of times, if I'm watching something, I will turn that Fire Stick on. If it's something I want to watch, like a movie or something, I will turn that Fire Stick on. Like how I got through the whole last season of Power, or this part of the season of Power. I didn't have stars. I went right onto my Fire Stick and watched it on that. Exactly. TV is pretty much on its way out. It's about to go away. The internet is pretty much the wave right now. The internet, social media, streaming services, all which need the internet. Social media needs the internet. YouTube streaming services needs the internet in order to work. So the internet is the wave. But like I said, I think it's just very disingenuous and very messed up that celebrities are coming over to a platform that many of them would not have even touched 10 years ago. But when they see that they're striking while the iron is hot, they're coming over now, and it pushes other channels down lower when they're trying to climb up. I'm like, why are you a singer and you're talking about how to make a lemon meringue pie? I'm like, do you know how many cooking channels there are? Some people don't even watch the Food Network anymore because they have people who cook on YouTube and have gotten shows behind it or sponsors. And now you're going to come over and you're going to take that away from them. Like what's like a colonizer. Pretty much everybody who is on YouTube would be considered an independent contractor if they're making money off of it. You're right, Joseph Washington. He said every area of activity is on YouTube. You're right. That's why everybody flocks to it. And then YouTube does not have a competitor. When YouTube got bought by Google, when Google purchased YouTube, that was the end of anyone trying to compete against it. If YouTube was its own private platform like it was when it first got started out, then they probably would have been able to have some competitors. But when Google, a major global conglomerate, which I think at the time was only 10 or 13 years into its tenure, because Google got started in like 1998, I believe, or 99, something like that. When they purchased YouTube, that was it. It's going to be hard for any platform to come along to compete. A lot of people say Twitch could do it, but see, the thing is, Twitch is no more as a gaming platform, not a platform where YouTube can do multiple things like what I'm doing now, also gaming and watching movies or original YouTube shows or anything like that. The thing that keeps Twitch going is the fact that it's owned by Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon. If that wasn't the case, Twitch could easily get bought out by Google if they wanted to. But I think Jeff Bezos, net worth wise, has Google beat. We can only hope that another platform comes along and competes, but as of right now, I don't think so. If someone wanted to compete against YouTube, the time to have done that would have been before they got purchased by Google. But that was what, 10 years ago? And a lot of people are thinking that whatever is happening with YouTube right now, what they're doing right now is only going to affect the black content creators. Granted, they do some underhanded stuff when it comes to us on the special side, on the special end, but this thing affects everybody. And how I know is because I go onto Twitter and I go to certain YouTubers' channels and I see they complain or they're mad about the same exact things that I'm talking about right now. Dark Visitor, I already did that. You said I had to mark the content as for kids or adults. I already did that. I marked my stuff down as for adults, strictly as, no kiddie content whatsoever. Manny, I said they are running the risk of becoming like MySpace. Like, no one checks for MySpace anymore. Facebook pretty much knocked MySpace off the map. Because I remember YouTube's old slogan was broadcast yourself. When they took that slogan from beneath the YouTube logo, that was another indicator that I knew it was going. But I think they took that off when probably right after Google purchased them, since that was the slogan that the original founders gave it. So it just went away after that. But see, this is what happens when you get a lot of big corporations involved. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the celebrities that are on YouTube got paid to create content on here. Appreciate you, RJ Connections. Exactly, Blueberry 40 said pretty soon it will be all streaming and live TV without the window. Notice that there's a lot of content coming out on streaming services that are even better than some of the stuff that they put in movie theaters. Like that show, The Mandalorian, that comes on Disney Plus, is better than the last two Star Wars movies that came out. That's another person they need to fire. They need to fire that Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know if Grinch is in here, but he hates Kathleen Kennedy with passion. But I don't like her either. She literally ruined that franchise. But we'll see. But yeah, YouTube is pretty much in the self-destruction mode. And I think even they have to know that they are. Yeah, that's a good show too, JJ. I can't wait for the next season. But yeah, like I said, YouTube is definitely in self-destruct mode right now. The only people that I haven't seen be really affected when it comes to YouTube as far as celebrities like trying to invade are like gamers and probably tech channels. because especially them tech channels, you gotta really know what you're talking about when it comes to that. But like everybody else, especially when you're a vlogger, JJ, what do you mean? What's my hashtag on? Do you mean my username? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Oh, good point. R&B music lover. You said the gamers will be affected by the COPA laws. Yeah, you're right. Because that would be seen as geared to children. So I retract what I just said. I take that back. And Facebook, in case y'all don't know, Facebook owns Instagram, so it's like they all eating off of each other. That's how Facebook was able to implement that story feature. It's not about Darmita, right? It's not about them using profanity. It's the fact that they're playing a game. There's a lot of kids that will watch that, or it's a lot of kids that will get on and participate. And then if you have a game room, and usually game rooms, what do you see in a game room? Little figurines or posters like comics and stuff. That attracts children. So it doesn't even have to be you not using profanity. It could be the atmosphere around you that will say, "Oh, this person has children. Is going to attract children watching their content." And they can go through the whole video or the whole stream and not say one cuss word. One thing that a lot of people who are on YouTube hate is the fact that they can't use a certain type of music in their videos without the risk of getting a copyright infringement. I can attest to that. I never got a copyright strike for music, but I just got the copyright infringement saying they recognize that, with this music and everything like that, that you won't be able to monetize the videos. But the people who put it out there will be able to make money. When they came out with that Copa thing or whatever, I said that was YouTube's fatal mistake. I said, but that was all their fault. That was all YouTube's fault. But that all falls back on that Susan chick, the CEO of YouTube. People have been trying to petition to get her up out of there for a long time. We don't know what it is that's keeping her there. But they try everything to get her up out of there, and nothing ever works. Like, she is one of the most unlikable people ever. I remember when she had uploaded a video on YouTube and they got so many dislikes. She ain't upload not one more video. Yeah, RJ Connections, you got an unfortunate point there. As much as I hate that statement, it's one of the truest statements ever made. You said if Susan was a man, all it would take is he touched my butt. You probably right. Appreciate you, Manny. I know her name. I just always like to say whatever because I don't respect her name, or I don't respect her enough to want to know how to pronounce her name. That's how low I think of her. Susan, what's her face, is literally the Kathleen Kennedy of YouTube. And Kathleen Kennedy is the Susan, what's her face, of Disney. Or Star Wars, I should say. They are interchangeable. They're both equally disliked. It's just that one is the CEO and one isn't. You right about that, Vin Malaje. And that ain't. And I hope it keeps going. As a matter of fact, it was this post that I saw on Twitter the other. Well, actually, was it yesterday or something like that? And it was some chick. I wish I could pull it up right now so y'all could actually hear it. She had made this post that was absolutely ridiculous. She was one of them black feminazis trying to prove a point, trying to down talk men and whatnot. Man, the men and the women went in there and shut her down. As a matter of fact, one person shut her down like a good 2 or 3 comments into her statement that she ended up blocking him. At that point, he already knew he won the argument. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Why did you say? Oh, the reason why I said if I'm still here in a year because you never know what this platform might do. I'm just speaking it into existence. I hope it doesn't go that way. Hopefully, I'm still here by this time next year. But you never know what this platform tends to do. What's going on, patience? I don't know if y'all saw the video that Lisa did earlier today, about Harvey Weinstein. I could have did that in a pre-recorded video, but I said I'll talk about it right now because I don't know if I'm gonna be on here much longer. I think I pretty much said everything I needed to say. Um, Remember when Harvey Weinstein went to court with the walker and he needed the assistance and all that, saying that he got in an accident back in August that we didn't know about until recently? Well, Lisa just did a video where he was spotted at a Target walking just fine. What's going on, Santi? Walking just fine without it. Straight upright. Didn't even look like he was struggling. He didn't even have nobody assisting him. I called that out. I said that man is faking it and he's trying to get sympathy. I'm like, you're one of the most hated people right now. No one's going to feel any sympathy for you. I'm like, if you had gotten this car accident and got this concussion like they say you did back in August, why didn't mainstream media talk about it? It would have been on every network. Appreciate you, Solo Doe. He said got caught perpetrating a fraud for some. Exactly. He is not slick. I'm like, this is how low his IQ is. If he was smart, if he needed something from Target, what he should have did was have one of his people go to Target for him. Pick up whatever he needed and bring it back to him. That way he's not out in public. Why would you go out there yourself? And you're standing straight upright. No walker, nobody's assisting him or none of that. I said, I hope the judge takes all of that into consideration going forward. But exactly, Vulcan, we all knew he was fronting. He was lying his ass off. And the crazy thing about it is, that picture came out literally a day or two after that report of him needing a walker went out. Exactly, Hattie. Bill Cosby is blind and they still sent him to jail. Crazy how all of that works, right? But we know why it is. We know why that is. But we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I'm about to get up off of here. I pretty much said all I needed to say, and I don't want to continue. I don't want to drag all of this out. There will be no premiere video this evening. That will commence tomorrow. And it was also something else that I had wanted to say. Oh, I'm still following the Sean Urbanski trial. I know that an update was supposed to come yesterday, but when I was looking at the news or anything like that, no, it was no kind of update that came through, so I couldn't post anything. But I'm constantly checking to see what else comes out. And when that happens, you will get that as soon as possible. Remember, I said that trial is supposed to last 2 weeks. At least that's what they say. And I will continue to look into that as it continues to go forward. I think the next time I'll go live will probably be towards, like I said, the end of the year. Like do like an end of the year recap type of deal. I'll probably do that live stream a little bit earlier, earlier in the day, so I can open up the lines if anybody wants to call in and just say what they want to say, like anything that kind of affected them this year or anything, just whatever they want to talk about that happened with them this year. Dark Meteorite, you said the FBI crime stats. I haven't done one of those in so long. I remember when I used to do that the video faithfully, but I'll probably look into that or doing that. But with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. It was, like I said, one of my shorter streams, maybe because I didn't open up the phone lines, but it's late. I don't feel like opening them up tonight. And I will talk to you all later.